Hi, welcome to Jay's Diary. I am Jay, obviously. So, today is going to be the beginning of the end. Today is the beginning. You see, I've had this account for maybe a year at this point, or maybe even two, 1.5, who's counting? And I did post some videos and then I took them down because I was like, actually, I don't want to do that type of content. Which honestly, I'm probably still gonna end up doing the exact same content. It's just new me. New year, new me. Sue me. Don't sue me. You're not getting any money. Okay, so it is. Oh, you can't see that. Turn my brightness down. It's 1 in the morning, 1 a.m. to be exact, on a Friday morning, June 27th. Happy Pride Month and happy Men's Mental Health or Awareness Month. One of them. Woohoo! Come in. So this month I've decided that I'm gonna start posting again because I went on a hiatus. Is it really a hiatus if nobody watched it? Me thinks yes. So I've been scrolling, and I was like, you know what? It's been a while since I've did my makeup. I'm gonna do my makeup. Newsflash. I don't know how to do makeup. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something and it's gonna look good on camera. And that's gonna be it. Let's get into it. Why are you watching me? I can't put you down. I actually do have a stand for you. I just don't feel like setting you up. And by you, I mean this. And by this, I mean you. Because this is what you hear me out of. So wouldn't this be me actually? Because I'm the one talking into it. That's besides the point. And we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. We have no choice but to make it work. I have no idea if I'm actually looking at you. Because the camera's up here. If I look at the camera, is that weird? Does it feel like I'm staring into your soul? Do you feel like you want to confess your most inner, deepest, most darkest thoughts, fears? You want to be vulnerable? You want to share your trauma? I'm a safe person. I don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. Is that going to time this video? Is that going to place this video in a horrible thing so when we look back at it 30 years later, we're going to be like, she dated her own video. Yikes. Whatever, we move on. I've already washed my face. So really the next step is gonna be primer. I have no idea what look I'm going for. I'm just gonna throw some stuff at the wall and hope it sticks. I feel like a lot of people don't like long videos anymore. I love long videos. I love having a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hour video, putting it on, start my day off, and have it play in the background while I go along and do whatever I want to do. I love background noise. I cannot stand the sound of silence. It makes me want to, you know? So, we're gonna put on some primer. What? Yeah, primer. I actually don't understand primer because they say it's supposed to be sticky, but I don't know, man. Every time I put this on, it hasn't been that sticky. Like, am I not putting on enough? I feel like I put on extra now. Also, I realize y'all can't really see what I'm doing. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. But I don't know. I always feel like I put on enough primer, but maybe not because the stuff I put. Okay. Man, that's just rude. In the same spot too. That's crazy. Um. Anyway, I just feel like I put on enough, but maybe I got trauma now. Oh my goodness. But maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't been putting on enough. And it's really showing because it hasn't been sticking. So, honestly, we're just going to go wild with this. Release our inhibitions. We're going to feel the rain on our skin. And we're just gonna live, laugh, and love. You know, that is our motto for the summer. We're gonna live, laugh, and love. I honestly forgot what I was talking about at the very beginning. Um, Oh, long videos. I really like long videos. And I'm not gonna be this video essay aficionado. Talk about how short form content such as YouTube Shorts and Instagram Stories and Reels and Facebook Reels and TikToks inhibited our attention span. Quite frankly, I don't feel like I'm very qualified to articulate it properly. But I do fear that attention spans are getting shorter. I realized my attention span was starting to get shorter and shorter. And so when I was scrolling the videos, but I will say, I always try to stick around. When I got introduced to that hoe for 2 times speed, oh, it was like giving heroin to a newborn. I was addicted. The profile name scaling stories where they like give the Reddit stories and bring it to TikTok. I'm not 100% sure all of those stories are real. I feel like some of them are very made up. Honestly, a lot of them could be made up. Honestly, about 98% of them could be made up. And I'm actually pretty okay with that because it's kind of like dramatic storytelling where it's like, okay, what type of Wattpad YN plot is this? It's like, I can kind of envision somebody out there in the world living this life, and that's what I like to see. I put this on and it's supposed to sit for 30 seconds and activate. I'm not sure if I put on enough. Oh, you're not supposed to rub it, you're supposed to pat. Oopsie, I've already made a mistake on step one. I didn't say anything while y'all watched me rub it in for the last 5 minutes. That's very rude of you. What was I talking about? Short form content. Um, it's great, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's highly addictive. Also, I don't know. I feel like you can't really put what you want in 30 seconds, 15 seconds or less. Let's move on to another topic because I'm kind of losing my train of thought. Um, I've watched the new movie K-pop Demon Hunters. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I am a sucker for a good song. I love musicals. I love musical-esque movies. So, I'm not going to reiterate the whole summary. I thought I was, but I kind of don't feel like it. So, I'm not going to. Either way, it's been more than 30 seconds at this point, and it really doesn't feel sticky. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Everybody puts it on their cheek and holds it there. It doesn't do that for me. What am I doing wrong? Did I get a defect? Maybe I did. We're just gonna let that happen. I'm looking for my concealer. I really should have brought all of this out before I started this video. I just realized, how am I going to hold this microphone, hold the makeup, and also hold the brush? I only have 2 hands. Oh gosh, I really can't tell where my eyebrows start and end with this camera. Good googly moogly. That, I feel like I didn't do that right. I think I did this wrong. Aren't I supposed to like do the lining of my eyebrows first? Great. Um, I need to get an eyebrow pencil. Not this. We're off to a great start, guys. This is LA Colors eyeliner and brow pencil in the shade black brown. I'm not sure this will actually match my eyebrows, but we're going to use it anyway. I don't like to fill in my eyebrows too much because once I fill them in, they become way too dark, thick, and bold. And I don't want that. I want them to look exactly how they look now. We're going to leave it at this. Call it a night. What to say? Know why I wanted to start a podcast because I'm not that big of a conversationalist. I mean, I thought that I could hold a plot, a story, a sentence in my head. I mean, everybody talks to themselves, and I had a very good conversation with myself. But I don't know what made me decide to be like, ah, you know what? I'm such a good talker that I could have a whole video of nothing but me talking, sitting in front of a camera. Why did I do that? Why did I decide to do that? I'm not sure. Yeah, Phineas and Ferb revival, whatever, season 5. I've been so excited for it, and yet I have not watched a single episode. I have this very bad habit as to where I really enjoy something, but I won't watch it. See, I have this thing where I just can't stand rewatching stuff that I've already watched before because it's like at that point I already know what's gonna happen. The surprise is ruined, and that's not really something that I want. I want this element of surprise, you know. I want to be able to be like, no way, way, no way, you know, and which is so funny because it's like everybody else in my family, they will watch something until the wheels fall off. And that's not to say that I won't. There are definitely some things that I will rewatch and that I have rewatched. Like my favorite movies. I love the movie Drumline. Yes, the 2004 film with Will, no, Nick Cannon and Zoe. I can't think of her last name. But yes, I love that movie. That is a movie that I am constantly watching. I can't get enough of it. I don't want to get enough of it. It brings me joy. That is a classic film that will always be in my heart and soul. Might have been the happiest I ever been while I was at school. Sitting there in my dorm, counting down the time before my roommate and her boyfriend came back to our room and inevitably had sex while I was in there. I would sit there and watch that movie while I had, what did I order? Maybe a pizza. That was life. That was life. And I was enjoying life. I was enjoying it. I'm not sure if this is the right brush to use, but I'm using it. And if it's not, oh well, then sue me. But don't really sue me because you're not getting any money. Exactly, exactly. You know me so well. Okay, so yes, with the Phineas and Ferb, why was I gonna say Five Nights at Freddy's? With the Phineas and Ferb revival, honestly, I'm ecstatic because that was one of my favorite shows growing up. But alas, I still have not watched it, and I'm not sure why. Because I really do kind of, sort of, maybe want to watch it, but I just haven't. I don't know. But I do see people on Tumblr enjoying it. Yes, I'm still on Tumblr. No, it is not 2014, but I'm still enjoying my time on there. Everybody else left it, but I'm a trooper. I stayed. Maybe one day I'll work up the courage to watch it. Maybe, maybe not. But until then, I have been getting back into drawing. I've always loved drawing. I still love drawing to this day. So I have not drawn something in about 5 or so years until recently. But it has been very enjoyable. I've been loving it. It's been very fun. I've been loving it. I've been digging it. And I've just been having a blast. Foundation. This is the scary part. Oh, that was a lot. But yes, I got my foundation. Doesn't this shade match me so well? It looks kind of bright on camera, actually. Oh gosh, is this not gonna look good on camera? Is it not gonna translate well? Because it's gonna look decent in real life, but on camera, y'all gonna be like, whoa, who is that? Why did she upload this? Who let her upload this on camera? And to that, I say mind your own business because wow, this looks very bright on camera. But I pinky promise you, in real life, it matches my shade pretty well. Not gonna lie. Me seeing how this comes up on camera, It's making me lose interest in continuing this video. But no, 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 no. I've already started it. I've got the camera. We're live. We're rolling. I'm just gonna have to make do with what I got and enjoy it. I feel like I'm about to just start doing the no foundation looks. Don't they just use like concealer and all that stuff? Maybe I should have tried that. It's midnight. I have nowhere to go. Nobody cares if I look a fool. I should have just tried that. Next time. Next time. Um, I feel like I should just set this on my face and then get a beauty blender and blend it all in. Actually, why did I say I feel like when that's exactly what I'm planning on doing? Oh my gosh, this is so bright. I hate this so much. Why, oh, why did I decide to do this? Why couldn't I do this during daylight? This is going to be the year of me trying new things with my channel, page, video, career. I'm not sure I want to make YouTube a career, actually. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's not very stable income. But when you think about it, is anything truly, really stable income? You can be fired any day. Okay, it's all blended. Um, maybe I did a terrible job at blending this, but the camera is already low quality and it looks decent on camera. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I really don't want to do this on my bed. I should pull out my table so I can at least have somewhere to put this stuff it will waste. Because I do not want to go to sleep in a pile of makeup. And also, I don't want to get makeup out in the crevices of my laptop. That would absolutely suck to clean. I'm just going to put you guys here at my armpit. So I'm going to have to be leaning my head at this angle to talking to you. Have fun. You know, some people have a kink for armpits. You know, kinks are such an interesting topic to me. Yeah, it's built on my laptop. Kinks, foreplay, sexual arousing. They've always been pretty interesting to me because why are you into that? Why are you into that? Oh, it's like wasting. Um, what happened in your life to make you into that? It's been interested in people's kinks, you know, because I don't know. I feel like there's something we can learn. You could truly learn something about a person based off what turns them on. But I do feel like everybody has their fair share of kinks. Some may be a bit more vanilla, cookie cutter, and some may be a bit more off the wall. Like, oh, that's one I've never heard before. Not judging you. I still love you. I don't think furries are terrible people. Guys, put down your pitchforks. Where'd you get a flamethrower from? Why are you in my house? I don't feel like they're terrible people. I feel like at a certain point, they're just misunderstood. I feel like they have a terrible reputation. Now, are there terrible people within the community? Of course. There are terrible people within every single community that exists on this planet. Furries are just treated like they're the most evil thing to exist since sliced bread, and I truly don't get it. I think there is a bit of a misinformation going on with furries and what they like and what they're into and how they act and their spaces. I feel like we're kind of sort of misinformed. I kind of don't appreciate that for them because they're just a group of people who like to dress up in costumes. I did it. I did it. I have this palette. Also, this sheds a lot, this palette. So I'm gonna have to be extra careful with this. Look up a button nose contour. I'm gonna look up. Should I really? Don't they just put a line over the nose and like do that? I know how to contour. Okay. Go push on down here. Can you see that? Okay, I feel like you can see that one. I guess I'm gonna have to start using this one. That kind of look like a lot. What if I was an idol? You know how like with idols they have like their signature animal that people use to show them when they're messaging and talking. They use it to signify who's saying what. I'm not sure what my animal would be. Younger, I used to think it would be like a panda. No particular reason. I just really like pandas. Also, every time I hit this, it shakes the camera. I kind of forgot the animals that Apple has as their emojis, but I don't want to do puppy. I don't want to do kitty. I don't want to do bunny. What if I do like a squirrel or like a ladybug or like a fish of some sort? What if I do a puffer fish? I can puff my cheeks. That didn't really make a difference, but I can be a puffer fish. I don't know. I think I could be a puffer fish. I think that would be kind of nice. I could be a puffer fish of some sorts. Am I supposed to put this right here? I'm not sure if I am. Oh my gosh, speaking of puffer fish, what are you guys gonna be for Halloween? I've decided I need to get a head start on Halloween because every year I say I'm gonna get a head start, and then when it comes down to it, I'm trying to figure out what I am on October 28th. And at that point, it is far too late to be figuring out a costume. So, with that in mind, I think that I'm going to be, no, I know I'm going to, well, I think, because it depends on what my friends want to do, if they want to do a group costume or not. But if I'm doing a solo individual costume, I'm going to be a retro alien. I think that my retro alien idea is amazing because it's very different from what I've been seeing on TikTok and everything. Whenever I looked up a Halloween costume, they do the very typical stuff. Even when they're like costumes you never seen before, somehow a sexy nurse, a teacher, a Scooby Doo gang member always ends up in the loop. And it's like, oh, this is the same as the last five videos I've scrolled past. So, I don't know. I decided to look it up and I was like, that's kind of interesting. I kind of like that idea. So I took that idea of being a retro alien. I'm not sure what color I could be. Maybe I could be like a green. I've been seeing this face paint, body paint palette on TikTok everywhere. How do y'all feel about TikTok Shop? I'm kind of iffy on it because, like, why? Why do you exist? What made you exist? How did TikTok become Amazon? I don't get that. I feel like everything on there is a scam. Even though there are official website and there are things on there that I saw that I would really want, like the lip tints. She does like this like vampire-esque lip tints, they're like bloody lip tints. They look really cute. I really want to try them. But also, I would have to go to like her official website. I can't just order it off TikTok Shop. Blush. This is supposed to be like a dupe of something. I don't know, a one drop dupe from Elf. It is Cameo Liquid Blush. This is the shade Very Well. You only need $1. Gonna open this, do one. Honestly, before I put this on, I feel like it doesn't look that bad. Even though it's like 5 shades lighter than me, it doesn't look terrible. Maybe. Y'all would tell me if it looks terrible, right? Every time I went on Etsy, it was kind of like hard to find things that really piqued my interest. Once I like looked at something K-pop, it's like that was the only thing they threw at me, just K-pop, 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 K-pop. And it's like, guys, chill. I would see things on there and it's like, yeah, I guess that's cute, but I wouldn't want to buy it or anything. Why aren't you seeing what piques my interest? Why aren't you personalizing targeted ads towards me? Why do I have to individually go and look up things? And at that point, I kind of just gave it up. This is EYS Creamy Blush Palette, 8 grams. This is Petal Pathway. I don't know what shade I should go for. They all look very similar on camera. But I promise you, this one right here, very vibrant. I don't know. Maybe I'll go for that one because the berry well was very vibrant. But maybe I'll go for like a mix of the two. I think I'll do a mix. You can never really have too much blush unless you have too much blush. That's that look. I don't know. I feel like I feel like you could look at this and be like, "Oh, that's a bit too much blush." But I like blush. Let me put a flashlight on so I can try to see. Can't really see. And honestly, maybe that's perfect. I feel like there's no definition in my face. So I realize something looks off, and it's because I don't have my moles all over my face. I don't feel like doing a lot of things right now, so I'm not going to. But I do want to put on eyeshadow because it's been so long since I've used my eyeshadow palettes, like every color, I guess. But it doesn't really show that well up on me because I'm melanated. I'm gonna stay away from the reds and stuff because I feel like that's something I always go for. Let's go for green. Green and pink goes well together. Let's do green. Is the color showing up? I'm not sure if it's showing up or if I'm imagining it. If it's showing up, is it showing up well? It's the better question. I need a darker green. I'm gonna do this one. So my idea is I'm gonna put the dark colors on the outside, and as I come in towards the corner, I'm gonna do light colors. You know, a very basic eyeshadow example. I saved a TikTok of how to do like a halo eye or like a smoky eye, and quite frankly, I probably should have did that, but I didn't. And we're here now with green on my eyes, and we're just gonna have to be okay with that decision. This green is kind of looking like a bruise, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. It doesn't look cute, I must say. Um, I actually don't like this. I don't like it. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. I kind of gave up halfway through this. I'm kind of doing whatever now. I'm doing whatever now. What if I bring it all the way back here? What if I do that? You can't even see it. To be so truly honest, I don't want to do the other eye because I'm already gonna have a hard time cleaning this eye off. But I'm gonna do it. Mama didn't raise a quitter. Let's do a little red. See, the red always shows up so well, but it's like, ugh, it's such a cliche to do red. I always do like a red, orange, yellow break. And it's like, okay, sister. Okay, sister. Let's try something new. I look like a Christmas tree. I hate this. I'm washing this off and I'm going to bed. Good night. Gosh, I should have not did the eyeshadow. It looks so bad. I always mess up eyeshadow. My sharpener came apart in the bag. So now I have pencil shavings all on the inside of my bag. Isn't living so fun? I'm gonna do something like maybe a blue purplish, something fun like that. But no, I had to do green. I don't even do eye makeup like that because I suck at it. Okay, I'm gonna put on lip gloss so I can finally end this video. It is 2:30 in the morning. I started recording at 1 a.m. on the dot. It's been an hour and a half of me just sitting here planning makeup like a 7-year old. The lips look good. The eyes look terrible. It is. Like, you can't see the eyelash. That doesn't look bad. But, yeah, so this is the end result. I should have did like a tutorial or something instead of trying to freestyle. I feel like the base wasn't bad. It's just I got too cocky with the eyes. Maybe it only looks like this because I didn't put on any liner, mascara, lash. Gosh, darn it. My lip keeps touching the phone. What if I take the phone off? Hello? Can you hear me even clearer now? Should I have taken this off since the very beginning so you can have clear audio? Maybe. Or maybe this just sounds terrible. and you can hear literally every single thing in my room. Maybe you can even hear my breathing, and you don't want to hear that. I'm gonna cover you back up. Did that sound unpleasant for you, or did it sound good? Be honest. You can be honest. This is a safe space. I won't judge you. I come with listening ears. Oh my gosh, you can't see my ears from this angle. Hmm. I have tucked in ears. Also, my ears are kind of small when you look at it. Oh my gosh, I have baby ears. She's just a boy. He's just a girl. Can't have me any more obvious. It was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy." Dun, 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 dun.